Lads, listen up. We've had a message in on Instagram.
Yeah, go on.
It's from Sam Plank, friend of the podcast.
Oh, yeah, man.
He says, had to sell my nan, remortgage, and sell some feet pictures on OnlyFans. But we're going to the Winter Olympics, baby! He's bought tickets to slopestyle!
Oh my gosh, he's done it!
He's
Where can I find the foot pictures?
Done it. What? Welcome to the Après!
I'm not a contest snowboarder, but I'm a snowboarder who does contests. We're in a really cool stage of snowboarding where it's kind of the world's your oyster, and you could go out on that course and you can almost do whatever you want. Can't believe I'm still alive because that was insane. I was a very competitive kid. I was the kid who was crying in PE class when he lost capture the flag.
As the sun slowly begins its descent behind the crisp white mountains and the sound of boomers tanked up on champagne grinding themselves up against one another whistles through the valley as a reminder that yes, you too will get old, and yes, you too will make mistakes. It's time for us to pop into our log cabin podcast studio for yet another edition of the Après.
Whee!
Hey Tim, hey Jenny, how you doing? All right.
I'm good.
I'm
Tim's
good
imagining
too.
the boomers. Is that what's happening?
I want to be on them.
Christ, you don't want to be on a boomer.
No, because I do see them occasionally, and you see them out there, and you're absolutely right. One champagne too. It's literally one run, 3 drinks, isn't it? When you get to that stage,
Yeah. Boomers do drink a lot, don't they?
absolutely. They bloody love it.
Don't
But
they
I tell
just?
you what, there's part of me that's half of me is disgusted. The other half of me is utterly jealous.
Yeah. You'd be up there,
And
wouldn't you? In a
I
heartbeat.
demand that I should be up there. You know. No, you got to applaud it, haven't you? Really, got to applaud it.
They were being applauded. I mean, this is
But
in
that's the thing,
reference to a
there's
video that's been
cameras
doing the
now.
rounds. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is it.
Oh dear.
What happens is you've got the boomers on the balcony.
Yeah.
Because they've got enough money to buy the giant bottles of champagne, and
course.
then you've got all the young kids who are down below just drinking pitchers of beer, and
Like the bottom feeders.
the bottom feeders just
Yeah.
filming with their phone, going, "Look at Grandad, but I wish I was there."
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They want to be up there, and one day they might.
They might.
Never. Snow will be gone by then.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Positive outlook. Christ.
Great.
At least we can end this podcast.
No.
Good.
I'm only joking.
I know.
You both
How are
well,
you
though. You had a
guys?
nice week.
Yeah.
Have you had a nice week?
Yeah, it's been a great week. Back at the Snow Dome, got the kids in the ski boots, doing some runs, getting it back. We're off. Not long. Sunday, drive-in, 2 a.m. You're welcome.
Nice.
Dad, why are we leaving at 2 a.m. to get to France? Because I'm too tight to fly.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, but when
Loading
you
up the roof box.
Fill your car up, 149 a litre, then you'll be laughing.
I know. Taking everything with me. Taking everything. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do one of those TikTok videos. Do you want to see how cheap it is to go skiing in the mountains? I'm gonna take it. Stick with me. You know, one of those just voiceover TikTok videos. How cheap can you go skiing in the Alps? I'll tell you.
Welcome to Timmy's Chips. Yeah, but the way they cut those videos as well, they cut them really tight together. It's just like, so we went on the train, then we got in the bus, then we went over here, and then this was here. Then they had these really nice things by the window.
60 seconds, mate. You only get 60 seconds.
Yeah.
That's why.
We bought this sandwich. It was quite tasty, $3.99, bit pricey, but then we got off the other end. It's constant, isn't it? Please do it.
I will. I'm going to do the world's cheapest ski holiday for 5 days. Staying with a friend for free. So very excited about that. That's good. Did a little bit more commentary over the weekend, which was good. Got that finished as well. The Aspen commentary from the... Did I tell you about this? Commentary from the garage. trying to get fired up
Oh
in
no,
the garage.
you told us you were going to do it, but you hadn't done it.
So that was good. Did some
Yeah.
commentary.
Oh, he told us
Snowboarding's
he'd done a bit of it,
amazing.
yeah. The feature we did on Ellie Henry came out on
I
BBC
saw
Ski
that.
Sunday. Oh,
yeah.
she was brilliant. I
Well
thought that-
done, Jenny.
She
That was
came
really
across
good.
very well, so it was awesome.
You got some really nice feedback on that, I saw. It was good.
Yeah, it was wicked. That's what's, we just sat down and watched that and we went, look, Wilbur, Mummy's on the telly. And he just went, dig, dig.
Yeah.
He was wanting to watch Diggers.
Oh, right, cool.
I was like, oh, great.
Nice.
Anyway, back to skiing. But we've got under a month now till I go, but that sounds rubbish against your
No,
few days to go.
no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Do us some little voice notes as well then, that we
well,
can then play
I'll
on
be-
it.
Yeah. No, I'll be recording the podcast live from France next week.
Yeah, you've recorded
Perfect.
from there before.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Seeing what it's like out there. Do you know what the
And-
conditions are like?
No idea. Don't even check anymore. Pointless, mate. Pointless. Although, well, you don't know, do you? It changes. Indian winds and El Nino. It doesn't matter.
Just saying words there. That was amazing.
I've been across the enemy's Instagram, haven't I?
Oh yeah, go on.
Thank you, snowboarding podcast. Boo! He's out there at the moment, Chris Cracknell. He's
yeah.
actually going to be guesting on our podcast here shortly. If you've got any questions, for Chrissy Boy, get him in. No, he's had a dream time over there. He's been with all the old British snowboard pros, Scott McMorris and Ribbo, the old photographer, Dave and Chris Cracknell, Danny Wheeler. They've all been out there. John O'Verity even popped his head in. So they've all been out there, actually, and it looks good. The snow looks fine on the runs. I mean, I'm not going to be building jumps again in the backcountry. I'm going to be picking Sonny up off his face every 38 seconds.
Yeah. But that's nice. You're able to do that, I think.
And can we circle back? Because we've had a lovely message in, as I just said at the top. Sam Plank has got tickets to the slopestyle finals at the Olympics.
This is
So
awesome.
good.
Well done, mate.
Awesome. I wanna
Really,
know-
really
Yeah, the way
proud
they
of
make-
him for buying them.
Yeah.
Oh well, hang on.
Are
Are you two? Do you know if you're going to be covering this event yet?
Think so. Think
Hope
so.
so. He's hoping so.
We hope so, don't we, Jenny?
Well, no, I was just going to say, if you're not, then we can just recruit Sam Plank to do some on the ground
Yeah,
stuff.
okay, yeah.
Actually genius. That is
Yeah.
actually
Yes.
genius.
Yeah, Sam, we'll get you anyway. We'll use you as like a, roving reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Will we sub your ticket? No.
And also, before we move on as well, you texted the group, Ollie. You texted our WhatsApp group and said you had something to tell us.
Oh yeah. I don't want to give away too much. All I'm going to say is, in the coming weeks, date TBC, we're going to have a very, very special guest on the podcast.
What? So,
That's it.
Are they famous? I said, is he famous? Is it a he? Is it a she?
I'm not telling you.
Are they a skier?
Not telling you.
It's Lindsay Vonn.
I'm not
You've
telling
got
you.
Lindsay Vonn.
I haven't got it. Oh, damn it! I told you, it's not Lindsay Vonn. That's
Is
the
it
only.
Shaun White?
That is it. That's
Is it
all I'm
Shaun
telling
White?
you. It might be.
Are they famous?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Not got Shaun
It's not.
White.
It's not Shaun White.
Oh.
Oh my god, I thought you got Shaun White.
Is it someone who is a professional athlete?
Yeah.
Oh, why ruin it?
Okay.
It's not confirmed
All
yet.
right, all right.
They might be listening now, and they might be
Well,
like,
it's funny
actually,
because
no, you know what? I'm not going to come on.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I booked the guests
Yeah.
for this show. So this is surprise me in
thinking.
rehearsals, Ollie, not when we're live.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sorry.
It's
Yeah,
not
you
like your
sorted it.
family member, is it?
Yeah.
It's
Sorted.
not.
Sorted.
Well, I'm very intrigued.
Don't ask, don't get. But also ask, and sometimes you feel like you're just going to get a no. And
Well,
slap in the face,
listeners
and that
now are
doesn't happen.
definitely going to be writing in going, is it this person? People are going to
hope so.
guess. They're going to try
Yeah,
and guess
guess
who
away.
it is.
Yeah.
When are you going to tell me and Tim? It's kind of relevant.
Yeah. Once again, I'll surprise me in rehearsals, not when we're live.
Shall I just not tell you?
Oh my god, they do that on Smartless, don't they? Or they used to. I don't know if it's
Oh,
the
man,
Smartless
that'd be
podcast.
my
Yeah, but
worst
they're
nightmare.
they're big Hollywood people, aren't they? And they're
I know,
just
but I
kind of
quite
not
like the way they
fazed by anyone.
surprise them and they go, "Oh, is that guest? It's Leonardo DiCaprio."
Oh, my God.
If you
Nah,
got
that
Leonardo DiCaprio,
No, that wouldn't faze me.
Oh.
I'll be fine with Leonardo DiCaprio because he's just like...
Oh, okay. So is this guest going to phase you?
Good question, Tim.
I very much respect this person.
Oh, it's Brian Cox, Professor Brian Cox.
My name is Professor Brian Cox. Not C-O-X, but C-O-C-K-S.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. Pure moons, the universe is massive.
Did you know that Mars is bigger than a Mars bar? It's really big.
He ain't
And
coming on.
if
He
you-
ain't coming on now.
If you go to Mars now, you would die.
So, you guys know that I do a children's podcast too, right?
Yeah, I
Because
do,
that's
yeah.
where I had the bobble hat story from last week. You know, remember I was telling you about what the
Yes.
bobble is all about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
genius.
Okay, well, check out what I learnt today. Scientists in Antarctica
Right.
have dug up some ice that is 1.2 million years old, right? Which is amazing in itself.
Yeah.
But check this out. They dug it up from 1.7 miles down. That is thick ice.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they just-
it is thick ice. What they use for that?
To dig it out?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, a big, massive drill.
I was like
probably.
that, doing the drill like that. Like
Yeah,
Do you know what
Yeah.
gets me about stuff like that? It's like,
Go on.
I get why they do it and it's totally cool and that kind of stuff. But somebody at some point went, yeah, mate, we're going to have to drill more than a mile down there. Do you know that? What
Well, keep
for?
going.
We've got to get the ice out. Why?
How do they
How do you know the
know?
ice is down that far?
How do you know the ice is that old as well?
Got no idea, mate. Where's your drill? I ain't
Where's
got a
your drill?
mile-long drill. What?
Just keep going. Yeah.
What's going on? Do you know what I
I
mean?
like the bobble hat. I still like the bobble hat the best.
I like the bubble hat story. That was much better than that one.
Oh, thank you very much. Anyway, it got me thinking, because chatting about Antarctica, I was thinking about the...
Oh,
Ooh, who's that? Who's that? Who's there?
It's Truth.
Truth who?
Truth Smith.
Hey!
Come on in! Come on
Oh,
in!
coming in. Take your jacket off. Take your jacket off.
Thank God you knocked on the door and interrupted that incredible story.
Shut up.
Jeez, you should have heard it, Truth. My God.
I was actually about to tell you about a very good Xavier and Victor de la Rue going and shredding in Antarctica, but I'll save that for another podcast.
Oh,
because
I've seen that clip. I've seen
because
that clip.
we have... It's a great clip, actually, isn't it? Anyway,
That's-
we'll
yeah.
get on to that another day. Because we have Canadian snowboard royalty in the log cabin. So hang on, hang up your coat. Would you like a drink, first and foremost? What are you drinking? You can have anything from our Après bar. What would you like?
Oh, you guys got some April spritz up in here, or what's
Oh, yeah.
the occasion here?
Yeah. yeah.
We can definitely have an Aperol Spritz. Ollie, knock us up 4 Aperol Spritz, please, and I will do the intro.
again, yeah.
So
Yeah,
please
yeah.
strap yourselves in, because, well, I never. Please welcome to the log cabin a Canadian man. A snowboarder from the west coast of Canada, from the snowy playground that is Whistler in British Columbia. He's 20. He's one of the supremely talented Canadian snowboard team, currently destroying World Cups left, right and centre. He's a frother. He puts style above most things. He loves tacos. And he's genuinely one of the nicest guys you're ever likely to meet. Lock up your mothers. They will love him. Please welcome Truth Smith, everybody.
Thank you, Tim. That's probably my best intro I've ever received.
Oh, mate.
How many
So-
times have you had that? Can I ask the opening question?
Go on.
Is being 20 as good as I remember?
For sure.
Just
For
wanted
sure,
to check
for
in
sure.
with that. I'm 40 this year, and these two are way older than me still. And I mean, I ache all over every day I get up, and I won't bore you with it. I just wanted to just reminisce in being 20 again, and I loved it for that brief moment.
Can I say something? You've not even mentioned, like, can you imagine being 20, travelling the globe with your
Yeah.
mates,
Yeah.
snowboarding? And I mean, Jenny can still remember. I can kind of... It's a bit of a haze for me, because back then, snowboarding was far less competitive to what it is now. But, dude...
But you've
I
got
mean,
like
we've
a
got
really
loads.
good crew that you
Yeah,
travel
you're
with
we've
your
got
team.
a brilliant gang. You must all
Yeah.
do you all get on? I guess you do.
Yeah, no, we're super lucky. We got a great Canadian team, and everyone's super nice. Obviously, butt heads here and there, but it's kind of just part of the play.
Yeah.
So it's just like traveling with your homies, and yeah, it's pretty cool to see
Do
the
you have
world
to
with those
share
guys
rooms?
next to you.
Do you have to share rooms?
Yeah.
Do you?
You definitely pick your favorites. Yeah, my favorite roommate. I got a favorite roommate on the team for sure.
Have you? Is there anyone that you're like, no, I can't go with him because he snores or whatever?
Jenny, you're going to ruin the team dynamic.
No, but the people know. The people who snore, they know they snore,
They
and
just know.
they understand.
Yeah.
But,
Who
yeah,
do you
definitely have
room
your
with?
favorites,
Who
but
is your roomie then when
Who's
you're
your
traveling?
roomie?
usually, if I could pick my top three,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to go for Cam first, Cameron Spalding,
Why?
because he's
Why?
super mellow. He's just
Yeah.
like super chill dude. And then I'll probably go Nick Raz second,
Oh yeah.
because
Why?
me and him, we kick it pretty good. He's a hilarious man to hang out with. And then probably Frank third, Frank
Nice.
Jobin third. And
Oh,
then
so
I haven't
Oh.
really roomed with Liam or Eli much yet, or Darcy, so I don't really have a opinion on their room situation.
Can I just say, so I was lucky enough to be doing some commentary this last couple of days from Aspen, from the World Cup, and it was amazing to see the Canadian team who have been dominating. You kids are all incredible snowboarders, but the thing that struck me the most was the camaraderie, because you were at the bottom, the camera kept cutting to you at the bottom, not specifically you, but you and the gang, you were all there cheering each other on. And to see you celebrate, as well as Frank's win, which was incredible. I think I saw you there for the pie. Megan Oldham, the Canadian skier, she was there, you know, and it just seems like you're a really amazing gang, and you like celebrating, and you've just got this really good team dynamic.
Yeah, for sure. We all understand what's going on at these events, you know? We all know that it takes so much freaking work to lace that run and lace it in the moment. And yeah, when you see someone even just land a run, you don't really care the result. But for example, I haven't really reached my like big podium yet. So I landed a run I was stoked on in Aspen, and the boys were there hyped for me. Like they don't care the result. They just are stoked to see that the work I've been doing has been putting off. And then for someone like Frank, who's been in the game now for quite a while, and getting his first victory was just insane for all of us to witness, because he holds it down up top for us. He puts us in our place. He tells us what we got to do, and to watch him finally get on top of the box was really cool.
Do you think that meant more to him because it didn't happen straight away? Do you think for all of you?
I was thinking about that actually. I was
Yeah.
wondering. I thought it was really special, because he's been pushing it. He's got a couple fourths, quite a few fourths actually.
Yeah.
So he's been right there, and just to not
Kept
even get a third
going.
or second and just jump to the top. I'm pretty sure the whole snowboard community was fired up to see that. Everyone
Yeah.
who's either he's kind of in the middle range, so he's competed with a top dogs who have retired, and also the young kids. I think the whole world snowboard community was just fired up to see Frank up top.
Did are you born and bred Whistler? Is that right?
Born in Vancouver,
Oh, Vancouver.
and then
Okay.
lived in Vancouver for 10 years, and then moved up to Whistler.
Yeah.
And
Did
I just
you-
say Whistler though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you work up in Whistler, or did you just go straight into were you just amazing from the get-go and you went onto a team? And how does it, because it's quite, in the UK it's so different to Canada and the States, how that works.
Yeah, for sure. So I started snowboarding when I was 5 in Whistler. And
Whoa.
then
Okay.
we were actually weekenders. So every weekend
Yeah,
my parents would
Weekend
drive.
Warriors.
Yeah, weekend warriors. Every weekend my parents would drive me and my 3 siblings, and we rented the basement suite of my best friend. So it was like every weekend was a dream vacation basically for me.
Oh my god.
And then when I
mate.
was, I think I was pretty young, I was probably 9 or 10, I joined the Whistler Valley Snowboard Club,
Okay, yeah.
which I don't know if you guys have heard of them. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Whistler's
Yeah.
core snowboard group. They've produced tons of great riders. And yeah, from there, it's just like me and all my buddies that started there are still doing it together, and probably started competing when I was 11. I wasn't very good at competing though. I actually, the first year probably, I was probably the bottom of the barrel. Like not the best rider there. And then just kept going with those same guys. And
Did that motivate
ever
you when
since.
you're like, nah, I got this?
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was a very competitive kid. I was the kid who was crying in PE class when he lost capture the flag. I got stories about that. So I get pretty fired up for sure.
Where does snowboarding sit in the Canadian sport hierarchy? Is it like ice hockey at the top?
Good question.
Or is it where is it in that? Because the way that you seem to be set up, like Jenny was saying, I mean, it is completely different from the UK. We're literally football, rugby, and cricket. And then if you snowboard, you're seen as a little bit of an outsider or whatever.
No offense, Jenny.
Yeah.
So, but what's it like in Canada?
Yeah, I mean, ice hockey obviously is the top of the barrel.
Yeah.
Most kids do it. I didn't play it, but most kids do. And then I think it kind of will move. Like, we have soccer. I played soccer as a kid. Or sorry, football. My bad.
No, it's
That offended me a little bit.
Hockey.
I'll let it slide. Yeah, it's all right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You look so worried then.
Yeah. You go hockey, and then you go
Get out
football,
the
and
chalet.
then it kind of just trickles down. If you like, most people are snowboarders or skiers. I guess most places in Canada will have some sort of resort or some sort of hill. So I'd put it up there pretty high. Curling, I think, is pretty high. But
Oh yeah. Oh well,
Nice.
that's pretty high in our winter sports.
is
Actually,
it? Yeah,
we're
curling.
Because
I
everywhere's
haven't touched
icy.
it, but
It's just ice. We don't get snow. It's just hail and ice. That's whenever it's played here. That's basically it, yeah. No, that's cool though. I mean, actually, that must feel like, to get to the level that you're at. And again, not to diminish your achievements, Jenny. That is not what I'm trying to do here. But when you're against a massive pool of like really incredible talent like that, and you make the national team, and you're at the level you are, you must when you got to that point, were you just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is just like amazing.
yeah. It's actually the first 2 years it was almost bad because I was just starstruck when I go to these events because I don't understand why I'm here. And there's Marcus Cleveland and Mark Morris to my left. Like, what am I doing here right now? And like coaches would have to tell me, they'd be like, you are supposed to be here. Like, you belong here. And for me, it was just like, I want to get your autograph right now. Is that okay? Type situation.
Sign my chest.
Yeah, almost like kind of an imposter syndrome. Like, I don't know if I am supposed to be here, but
And you didn't there wasn't any point where you're like, oh no, actually I'd rather go down the avenue of like riding the backcountry or just doing street stuff or
there definitely
do you
was.
still
yeah.
do like try and do all of that as well, or
Yeah, no, for sure. So when I was 18, when I was about to graduate high school, I kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do because I got on, I don't know if you listened to another podcast, I talked about this a bit, but Canada's snowboard team had this trial system where they had like a 3-tier team, and I was like prospect next gen national team, and I got added to the prospect team at like 16, I think, so pretty young age. And then rode with them, and then they actually cut that whole program, so I got cut from the team.
oh no.
And then from there I was pretty undecided because I was like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough for this World Cup circuit, or I don't know what I want to do. And I ended up just continue snowboarding, and that year I got Sam Weston really kind of put his foot in the door for me and said, trust me, this guy, he's going to work hard, and they added me back onto the national team when I graduated high school.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, in that phase I was wondering, a lot of uncertainty in what I wanted to do. And even now I still, like, me and my best friends, we have this crew called Schmob, and we film street, we film backcountry. So I like to say that I'm not a contest snowboarder, but I'm a snowboarder who does contests.
Yeah, okay.
Because I love to go into the backcountry, or I haven't done it much, but I love to go free ride. I love to go hit a street rail. I love to do it all. It's mainly like.
It sounds like though the circuit is lucky to have you in that respect. Of Tim, you were saying how just you bring so much to the World Cup circuit, not just for the Canadians, but I know for like the Brits as well. Like Mia and her coach Ben have got great things to say about you. I think
They're huge fans of that family and that group. Thank you.
Yeah, you bring a lot of the vibe, doesn't he, Tim? You were
He
saying.
does. He's got fantastic energy, and that's absolutely right. He's got good vibes in and around the paddock. And actually, Vicky Brooks has gone out and said that she's more than happy to adopt you. So
Vicky, I love Vicky.
yeah. So Mia's mom is more than happy to bring you over to Sandbach, and you can come and live over here.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
would-
Mia's mum and your mum were chatting on our Instagram, just having a little natter in the comments.
Oh, really? Of course they were. I actually call Vicky the tour mom because she's always there, and whenever I see Vicky, it's like seeing one of the moms. So
That's great.
She's the best. Her and my mom,
nice.
yeah, they're great.
So what we did was, ahead of you coming on, because we were really excited to have you, we were gifted some goggles, and we're going to give them away to the best questions. So put a few questions out, and this one's from, and you might know a few of these. Some of these might be your homies, so do let us know if they are.
Okay.
Let's Go Bricks has said, are there any peers that get you hyped for your own run, be it their run that they've done or the energy that they bring at the top?
Oh, yeah, I think I saw this question on Instagram.
Oh, he's cheated.
Yeah, I did cheat. I did cheat a little, but the answer came right in my head. Rene Renekangas. So
Oh, yes.
at the past, like, I don't know, 3 maybe contests, we've been me dropping and then either someone then him or him right behind me.
No way.
And it's just so nice because he's the sickest dude to be around. His energy is so just like kind and like you just feel up. You just feel up when you see him. So every time before I'll drop, I'll give him a big old high five. And the last contest, he was like, "You lace it, and then I'll get your back or something." And I was like, "Let's do this."
Yeah.
He's probably my favorite. That gets me the most fired up.
See, it's
Yeah.
funny, like
Yeah.
snowboarding is, I think if you were to go back, say, maybe 5 years, 4 years, it was definitely on this road of I've called it on the podcast in the past, snownastics, where it was just becoming this spin to win kind of, and a lot of the old guard get a bit like, oh, in my day it was whatever, you know. But snowboarding got to this point where the 19s were creeping in, and there were rumours of 21s and all these huge big spins, numbers that you can't even imagine. But then people like Rene, people like yourself, people like Eli and Patrick Hoffman are starting to now do these weirder tricks, these more original tricks with way more style. And I know you put style ahead, and I just wonder, is snowboarding at a point now where actually there's almost not 2 roads, but you've definitely got these big spins, but also you've got these super creative tricks? And how do you feel about that? Like, and where's your stance on it all?
Yeah, for sure. It's snowboarding is a bit of a change. I think there's room for everything in snowboarding,
Yeah.
and although I may not like the look of something, there's room for it. And if I maybe like the look of something else, there's room for that. And my opinion on it is it's my own opinion. So that's not I'm not trying to change any judges' minds or anything like that. But I think that the way that it's going now and the scores that these, like let's say the Frank switch double rodeo 12 or Nick's switch triple barrel roll thing he was doing, I think
Yeah.
that giving those tricks high scores are crucial. But I also think giving those 2160s that, you know, look like they're 1440 high scores is also good, because those tricks are, mind my language, fucking gnarly.
Oh, yeah.
And I am not doing a 21 anytime soon, and I believe they should be respected because the people who are doing them are working hard as fuck to do those tricks.
yeah.
And that goes the same for the people doing the rodeos. So I think we're in a really cool stage of snowboarding where it's kind of the world's your oyster, and you can go out on that course and you can almost do whatever you want. And Rene's a perfect example of that. I don't know if you were commentating Aspen, you said, Tim, I don't know if you commentated the qualifier, but
No,
the
not
top rail
qualifiers.
section, there's a flat down rail on the left, and he doesn't even hit the lip to it. He comes from outside the course, the left side, and pops off the roller that is just supposed to be there, and pops off does like a butter up to the rail. And it's the most creative rail trick probably all day.
Wow.
And in my opinion, that stuff should be rewarded. But yeah, like you said, it's hard to really decipher what's creative, what's hard, what's not hard. But yeah, I think there's room for everything. As much as some of the tricks I may not love or like, it's loved by someone else, and
Yeah.
they probably worked hard to get there. So
See, guys, I told you it was nice. How diplomatic and
That
nice was
was
that answer?
very. He should be British.
Well, we've spoken about how snowboard judging works, and like how do you create or judge something that is subjective? I mean, it's happened in traditional sports before, like gymnastics, where they were able to do it as well. But there's so many other sort of parts to it to bear in mind. Style being the primary one, right? So it's really interesting the way that you say that. But they've got this forever going to have this dilemma where it's like, well, how do we score these things when you look at them? And it's like, okay, technically that might not be as difficult as, you know, a 2160 or whatever, but you can see how like incredibly creative that is. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. I think the judges have the hardest job in snowboarding.
Yeah, big time.
And as much as sometimes I get fired up about getting a bad score or someone getting a high score, and
God, you've been on
I might get a little
line
mad at them,
couple of
but
times, haven't you?
at the end of the day, yeah, it's not. They're doing their job, and without them, we wouldn't be doing this. So, or no, sorry, we wouldn't be doing this, but we wouldn't have these high level competitions.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Well-
like the judges. You love them, and sometimes you give them a hard time, but you're thankful
Well,
for them.
Talking of judges, what a fantastic segue. Gaz Vogan, the British
Yes.
snowboard judge, has been on, and
he's
he
got a
wants to
question.
know if you had to partner with someone else from the Canadian snowboard team to survive a zombie apocalypse, who would it be and why?
Oh man,
Who's
great
getting
question.
you out of trouble? It sounds to me like Cam Spaulding would be the first to die. He's done.
Cam. I don't really know how Cam would do. I feel like I'd either go with Darcy
I was going to say Darcy's a
because
man muscle.
in some world, I think that he has some sort of idea about a zombie apocalypse and has probably watched some sort of video on it, and he would know what to do.
Yeah.
And he's jacked.
What about some
Or
of the
just-
women? There's got to be one of the...
Yeah,
Oh, Laurie.
Lori.
Yeah,
Lori,
'cause
she'd be
she
great.
scares me.
Yeah, I'm
Destroy some
terrified.
zombies.
I'm
I
terrified.
love Lori,
of her.
but she scares me sometimes. But she's the best.
Yeah.
Like,
But then if you were the
if
last
Lori's in
two
your
left-
corner, she's the best.
Why
Yeah,
are you
I don't know,
scared? Why are you
or Nick
scared about it?
Raz.
What's scary? Come on, what's scary about it?
Oh, Lori's just a badass. So she just
Yeah.
doesn't put up with any shit, and that's super dope. So
Yeah.
she's like the best friend to have, but she also scares you a little sometimes.
Just put her in front of you when the zombies come, yeah?
Yeah.
You're like, there,
Yeah,
you go.
no, she's the best. Or I'd probably go in with Nick Raz, because either way, we're gonna die one day, and I could die laughing with him by my side, which would be pretty sick.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he's so freaking funny.
That's a good question. Tim, are there any more?
Okay, yeah.
I kind of I didn't really answer
on.
correctly, but
No,
No, that
I
was
like
good.
it.
That was a good
Perfect.
answer.
Ben Smith Incorporated, Ben Smith Inc. on Instagram wants to know: is it true you had a half pipe in your living room growing up? And
That's
when
my-
did you
that's my
start
father.
skating? Your dad.
that's my dad. Yeah.
is it?
So yeah, that's a Ben Smith question. Yeah, when we lived in Vancouver, we built a mini ramp about 2 feet high, like super
Yeah.
small and just super tight. It was in our house. It was basically in like the bottom floor of our house in the living room.
Did he help
So
you
I just-
build it?
He built it. Him and his
Oh.
best friend built it, and I'd just come home every day when I was like 5, 6 years old and would skate it. Me and my sister. My sister was way better than me at the beginning. Like I mentioned earlier, I was very competitive, and she learned how to pump before I did, and that I started
Ooh.
crying because she was doing it first.
Yeah, raging.
And then from there on, I just got fired up and skated every day. Put the skateboards to the window. It was insane, actually.
Oh my God, really?
Honestly, that sounds,
Oh, yeah.
sounds the same
Oh, I
as
wouldn't-
my brothers and me when we first went and learnt to snowboard on the dry slope. We had like a free lesson and they were better than me. I was so
Imagine.
mad.
Really?
So mad. I was like, I know, I want to be... Yeah, and then that was it. I was like, well, I'm just going to keep trying to be as good as them. Sounds
you
like
go.
the same
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
going round. I know.
I love that your
Yeah.
dad has asked a question he knows the answer to.
Yeah.
It's such a dad
Does
move.
your dad know about the story when you were younger and you went and did the donuts?
Oh, on the soccer field?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a classic.
Uh-oh.
Come on. What did you do?
I borrowed my parents' car or truck to
How
go
old
build.
were you?
Borrowed.
I was like 16, 17.
Oh, okay.
I was pretty. Yeah, I wasn't
Were
a
you
child.
legal? Were you legally
Yeah,
driving?
yeah. I
Oh,
could legally
okay.
drive, but
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I don't. I
Oh, that
still
seems
don't have my
almost
like
fine.
actual license.
Did you
But
ask
I-
to borrow it, or
Hang-
did you just
hang on.
borrow it?
Hang on.
Well, I asked to borrow it to take it to use it to put a rail in the back so we could go to a field and build a snowboard rail.
Okay.
And then
But,
me and my
well,
friends
hang
started.
on. Let's wind this back. Nobody noticed. He said he still doesn't have his actual license.
Oh wait,
What? Did,
Hang on, though. Was he on private land? Isn't that like, that's all right, isn't it?
wait. Well, hang on.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it was.
we went to a
private-ish.
local soccer field, and I thought it'd be a sick idea to get a video of me driving around doing donuts and all the boys in the back wakeboarding. So I just tore up the soccer field, not knowing that underneath the snow it was gonna destroy the soccer field.
Oh
And I-
no!
Like, keep in mind, I grew up playing soccer on this field, and then I went on Facebook later that evening, and someone had posted going off about a person who went driving on the soccer field doing donuts. And I remember just immediately feeling awful and just like they were like talking about searching up my tire length of the tires to find out who did this.
Oh
And
my god.
I was just tripping, like couldn't eat food just at the dinner table, and then I ended up going into the police station because I felt so terrible and thought I was gonna get attacked by all the Bristol Facebook moms.
Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god.
I got to the police station and they were kind of just like, okay, we don't really know what to do. We don't really haven't heard anything. It's not that big of a deal. And I kind of just looked like an idiot saying that I did donuts on a soccer field. And that was kind of the end of the story.
You thought they were just going to, like, lock you up? You're like, right, that's it, mate.
I don't
That's
know
it.
what
That's the
I
end
was
for you.
expecting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, do you know what
Yeah.
though? It does start to run away with you, stuff like that, doesn't it? And you start to panic and sweat and oh my.
Oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
worry about. I mean, kids do that every weekend here in Tesco's car park in a Vauxhall Nova. Like, I mean, that is just like standard. Like, that's normal behaviour. That's okay.
Yeah,
You're all right.
They were really mad. They were really, really mad. But it was a great time.
Yeah.
It was totally worth it. Yeah.
So is it Lames Plitter on Instagram? Do you know this guy or girl? Well, anyway, they've gone on to say, who is your favourite schmob rider?
Oh, I've got this question. Everyone in Schwab are my best friends, so it's hard to just pick one.
No, you've got to pick
They're all
one.
going to be.
And I
yeah.
can't Louis Vuitton this question because that would be bad.
You. Okay. Why don't you go? Who's
I'll
the
do- I'll-
best rider? Who's the best?
I'll go
rider?
Lane Weaver is my favorite rider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll just say it. Because
What's going on, Lane?
you watch him ride and he can do any trick at any moment, and he can also eat shit harder than anyone and get back up like nothing happened.
Really? No, well,
like
that's
I've
a
seen
Canadian.
him. You know
that's
the
a Canadian
shark fin
trait.
features?
Yeah.
No, he's on a different
Yeah.
level. I've
Yeah.
seen him
Oh, really?
hit a shark fin feature and gap over the other side of it to like nowhere and just get up and just be fine.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Were you all like, "Hey, how are you? Are you?" And he's be like, "Yeah, all good."
Yeah, yeah. Like you won't even. He'll act like nothing happened.
Oh,
He's an
my
incredible
God.
snowboarder, though. I think he's one of the most underrated snowboarders in Canada at the moment. There's a lot of them, but I'll put him
There's
up
a
there.
lot because you're all
Well,
so good.
historically, it's just always been
Yeah.
the same, hasn't it? Who did you grow up looking up to? Who was your idol as a kid?
As a kid, probably the older guys in Worcester Valley. So
Really?
like,
Ah.
yeah, like my Jaden Tromlak, Darcy Sharp, Mikey Cicerelli was a big one for me. Always looked
Yeah.
up to him. Super nice guy. Yeah, those
There you
Nick
go.
Baden, those were a couple that I was just super hyped on. And now it's like Tiaran Collins, Rene Renakakis. Those
Mm-hmm.
are probably my two. I try to not ride like them, but use some things that I like about their riding and incorporate it with my own.
Have you managed to get any of them on your? I noticed you love doing the interviews
Oh, the mini-
with the,
the
mini
mini
mic.
mics?
The mini mic.
They're wicked. I love it.
I don't know if I've gotten Rene or Tiaran. Oh, I got Tiaran, I think.
Yeah,
I need to get Rene though. He'd be a great chat.
yeah.
He would be a great chat.
Or even some of the old school guys that you just talked about. Would they?
They'd have a good time. Darcy gets pretty funny on him.
Yeah.
I get nervous when I do it with those guys though, because I feel like I'm like, this is the guys I look up to, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a
Is
little
it
bit
like-
more scared.
Is it still a little bit like that? Do you still feel a bit nervous around it? Because I can imagine, like seeing the camera down at the bottom and showing you guys all high-fiving and celebrating each other's successes. It's really nice to see. You wouldn't think that there was any of that kind of nerves on your own part, especially when you're kind of one of them, you know.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, but in Canada, it's definitely calmed down because now I know these guys and we're like friends.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a little bit less starstruck. Yeah, the first time I met Mark, it was insane for sure. I was trippy.
Yeah.
Like the first time he came on a trip with us or like got added to our Canada Snowboard group chat, I remember just being so excited.
You're like, oh my god.
But the
Mark
Euro
McMorris.
riders, yeah, I think I sent like the Tony Hawk gif where it's just like, just tripping. The whole chat thought it was pretty funny. But European riders, I still get pretty excited. Or like anyone who's not from Canada that I don't see that often, I'll get pretty excited to meet. Like Heldor or Stale, or
Yeah.
still super fired up to meet those guys.
Have you
And-
ridden a lot in Europe? Have you got some places that you like the most, or is it?
Yeah, recently for sure. The past 2
Mhm.
years, Lax is definitely my favorite.
Ah, yeah.
It's just
yeah.
the vibe there is incredible.
Yeah.
I really enjoy being in Innsbruck and like
Yeah, being
being able
based
to
there and
go
then
to
going.
Marahofen or to any of those mountains around there, Hintertux. Those are France, Tees.
Yeah.
I had an incredible time at Teens in Val d'Isere going to Folders. That was probably the sickest party I've been to.
Where was that at? That wasn't
Folly
Deuce.
Folly Deuce.
Deuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Funny, 'cause
insane.
that was another question from Gaz Vogan was, who would be your partner in crime at the Folle Deuce Après extravaganza?
Probably Nick, but at that night it was Frank. It was me and Frank.
Really?
Was it?
Yeah.
Were you up?
it
Were
was
you up on the
incredible.
tables? Did you do it?
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole hog.
For sure. We went big.
And-
We got on the tables and then we climbed up one of these buildings into the private stadium
Oh,
and
yeah.
got like this freaking 5-liter bottle of I don't know, it's like this big of champagne. And
Yeah.
Frank's just pouring it out, and then the
It's
security guards
thousands
are
of
grabbing
pounds.
us.
Euros.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I have a video of
Yeah.
me like selfie camera, like, I'm so sorry, man. And he's just like throwing me out. Not throwing, but like politely speaking in French.
Ushering.
To tell me to
Can't-
get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I know, I know I'm jumping ahead, but I can't wait to hear your
love
tracks in a bit now, knowing that
Seems-
about your après.
You definitely have a little bit more of an old school snowboarder vibe to you. That
Yeah.
you're like, you still like the occasional party.
Yeah, I definitely don't party as hard as most people. Just like actually when I was younger, like 2 years ago, I partied pretty hard, and then I like got a couple head hits last year, so I haven't really partied as much or
Oh,
nearly
okay.
as much. I've learned that alcohol is not a good, it's not a good healer whatsoever. So I'm happy that I have that knowledge. But
Yeah.
I still do enjoy a good party for sure. And when the time is right, I'll definitely be up on those tables getting loose with the Phantom.
Did you have to get down the mountain?
Oh yeah, that was so. I was just surfing on my board, like from the top of the Alps, literally just like surfing, no strapped in.
Oh my god!
It was so sketchy, actually. I can't believe I'm still alive because that was insane.
I love that. Sign of a good night. Just can't believe I'm still alive. Yeah, great.
We'll do just a few more from the contest thing because actually it does really intrigue me, and this is coming from Rufus Griffin, and it's when you're stood at the top ready to drop in. How do you handle the nerves, and do you ever get super anxious, or is it, do you take it all in your stride?
I get so anxious.
It is nerve-wracking, isn't it?
I'm anxious from the 7 o'clock the night before eating dinner. I get super nervous. But we have some great sports psychologists that help us get better in those situations. And as much as you hope that the nerves you don't hope the nerves go away, but they never do go away. You just learn how to calm them down. So I've
there's a bit of psychology right there.
Yeah, exactly. I've picked up on like something that works for me, which is I still gotta work on it because I like to be at the top, like giving energy and like getting really excited to keep my person or myself excited, but at the same time I gotta focus on myself a bit. And sometimes like coaches look at me and be like, "KKK, like stop high-fiving people. You gotta drop in 2 minutes, all right? Like lock in."
Oh, because you're such,
Do you know-
you're the nice guy, and everyone's
Well,
like,
I like good energy, and I like that people are excited. And in contests, it's hard to get that because everyone's like,
yeah.
"Dude, I'm gonna go do a 1920
So do
here,"
you
so they gotta
almost-
lock
yeah.
in.
Did you used to kind of then double down and try and do more of the energy, and then that would kind of
I
throw
think
you
so.
off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. So now what I do is I get to the top, like obviously high five two behind me, give Renee some love, and then I'll dab my high five my coach, and then I'll do like a little words to myself, I guess, and words to the universe. And
Yeah.
it's usually around something that's like makes me grateful and brings me present to this moment. Because if you're not present, someone in the course, it becomes really hard to focus. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll do like a big breath in, breath out, slap my legs, and if it feels right, I'll just drop. And then, yeah, it's hard. Everyone has something different.
No, but a lot of people like a leg slap, don't they? I know. People
A
like
leg
to.
slap, yeah.
Some guys go like this, some guys do a leg slap.
People do a thing where they put,
Yeah.
What is the? This might seem like a really obvious question, but I'm not sure it is. What drives the nerves at that point? What is the main driver for the nerves? What are you nervous about?
This year,
All right,
especially.
Ollie.
No, I don't mean it like that. What I mean is, like,
An
if you're
echo.
out
No.
riding with your mates.
That's a
right,
great
you're-
question. That
Yeah,
is
because you're
such
out
a great
riding with
question.
your mates and you're kind of fine, and that's all right. But the minute you're still with your mates, but you're now in a competitive setting, what's
Yeah.
the element that makes it so nerve-wracking?
Well, that's another thing is I try to think like I'm snowboarding with my mates, but at that point, there's so much more to it. And I'm sure Jenny could speak on this, but all the pressure, the outside pressure comes into that moment. It's like, if I don't get this result, my Olympic qualifying is going to go down. The team might not give me funding. All these random pressures are like, they're basically determined by this 1 or 2 runs you're about to take.
Wow.
So it starts to like feel your body. You're like, yeah, I really got to do this. But that's another thing is I got to constantly remind myself that I can do these tricks. This run is just another run on my snowboard. And then Elliot, my coach, he'll just say he'll hit me up and he'll be like, just another day. Let's go have some fun. You know, it's nothing bigger than this moment. So don't worry about the outcome. Type of thing.
Yeah.
But I like
That
that question
sounds-
because it's true. I think about that a lot of why can't I just feel like I'm snowboarding with my friends right now, but there's a lot more to it.
I mean, I get nervous going into a crowded room, so I'm one to talk.
He genuinely does. He's not even joking.
I do.
And you could argue that's what separates the good, because you top 20 guys up there in the start gate, you are all supremely talented snowboarders, and you're all as good as each other on any given day, but it is what separates the good from the great, is being able to almost put those nerves to one side and just go, yeah, I got
100%.
this is absolutely fine.
I'm going to be watching now to see the leg slaps in the next
Yeah.
I feel a bit kooky sometimes when I do the leg slap, but it wakes me up. So I
No,
got-
just don't. That
Great
should
word
not-
as well,
Central
kooky.
nervous system.
Kooky,
Kooky
that
is
should
an
not.
underused word in the
Yeah.
UK. Kooky.
Yeah,
I'm
kooky.
going to use it more often.
Let's bring it to the UK.
Yeah, for
I'm down.
sure. It's not often we import things from across the Atlantic, but I like that one.
Final question, then we're going to get our boards on. We're going to go for a slide. This
Yeah.
comes in from what? KH. That wine is so strong.
That
had a
Aperol
glass.
spritz.
That Aperol spritz is so strong. I've only had a glass of it. Can't even believe.
What do you
KH Kennedy too. I believe it might be your auntie, your favourite auntie. She says, "Why are you such a cutie?" Oh,
Oh, how embarrassing.
yeah, that's well embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing.
right,
Why
listen.
did you do that, Tim? Why did you
Get
read
your
that?
boots on.
And
Get
Kim.
your boots on.
Yeah.
Get your Jenny. Get your helmet. Ollie,
Yeah.
grab your gloves. Come on, let's go have a run.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Get on the lift.
The chairlift truth. Do you remember that scene from Moonraker where Jules basically causes havoc on a cable car and Roger Moore looks all suave and that while facing death in the face? Yeah, well, most of us aren't that cool, so to distract us from the possibility of a titanium-toothed monster coming to chew us to our doom, we have a natter and share nervously chat with whoever happens to be sitting next to us.
Ollie, I get the reference, but I can tell you now, not even Truth's parents were born when Moonraker came out.
He must have seen
Although-
Moonraker. It doesn't matter how old you are. Like, come on.
No, he's
It's
not
a James
deep
Bond
though.
film. This is a James
I'm
Bond
sorry.
film.
I'm sorry.
You'll have watched the newer James
Don't worry.
Bonds, probably.
No, it's
Daniel
Daniel
Craig.
Craig.
The Daniel Craig ones.
They're probably supremely racist, sexist, and misogynist, aren't they? The older James Bond movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that one scene has all of those elements in it.
Do you know my dad used to deliver Roger Moore's newspaper?
Did
Wow.
Fact, yeah. He used to live in a big, massive house near where we
That's
lived.
cool.
My dad used
That's
to deliver
super
his
cool.
newspaper.
That is cool. Did he
Mine-
answer the door and it just went ring? You know, like
No, it didn't.
Ollie, that
Cropped
was shocking.
I thought that was really good.
I didn't. I was too focused on telling my own story to laugh at your joke. Then, Ollie.
No,
I'm
it's
so
fine.
sorry.
Go on.
Something popped up on Instagram the other day. They found and redigitized all of Roger Moore, the actor, his home videos. He was one of the first people in the UK to have a home VHS recorder.
No way, yeah.
And they've got all these old tapes of him on holiday smoking
wearing
cigarettes with
I
his
was gonna
family
say.
in the south of France, going, Charlie, put the camera down now, son.
Wearing a
It's like his
satin
son.
dressing
Yeah,
gown.
yeah.
Is he just like...
That's sick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wish I
Old
was
James Bond.
We've digressed.
Truth. So we're on the mountain. We're taking some laps. The chairlift can take you absolutely anywhere. Where's your favourite run in the whole world?
In
Is it the
whole
Whistler
world.
Blackcomb Park?
Cheetah Bee, Cat Skinner, to the bottom. You hit Excalibur, Cattrack. This probably sounds like gibberish to you guys, and then you
No,
bomb
it doesn't.
past
'Cause
the Yellow Jackets.
me and Tim.
you what? You
Gibberish to
still
me.
you're still bombing past the ski patrol?
Oh
Are
yeah, you have to. Well, you don't. Actually, I'm gonna take that
Don't
back.
they
I tell
know
you
who you
what, I don't-
are? They're gonna
I don't
like,
bomb
police
past
know
them
you.
anymore. I don't bomb
No.
past them anymore. I pretend that I'm a beginner and sidestep all the way up to them, wave to them, and then just fucking give her.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I made that mistake there because that was one of our first seasons. Me and Tim was Whistler, Canada. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Before you were born.
Yeah, before you were born. Video update
That
back
makes
there.
you feel old.
But the same thing, there were ski patrollers there, the speed patrollers, and
Yeah.
I remember we'd bomb past them and we'd get to the bottom and quickly turn our coats inside out and then change our hats so that we looked like somebody different. And that was
That is James Bond-esque.
that was
Yeah.
that is still happening. So I do know those lifts
Yeah.
that you're talking
That-
about.
The top to bottom run, you get a bit of park, a bit of side hit, a bit of
Yeah.
groomer. It's a great.
Through the Do you
Yeah,
remember
exactly.
that?
You know
yeah.
for
I
sure.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
I really do. It was amazing.
Excel hit lab.
Yeah, and I lived in the Powderhorn building at the bottom of Blackcomb on the
No way.
right hand side, just at the bottom. Yeah, and it was so sick just to be able to
So good.
shred down and ski.
Wow,
right to your
that's
back door
insane.
every day. That was a
Yeah.
luxury season. That was. Yeah.
Yeah. But it
Good
probably
fun.
should.
Really
Well,
cool.
it's different probably now, but yeah.
What's your best story that snowboarding or the mountains has gifted you? What have you got? Any like standout moments that you think that's sick? I'll tell the grandkids that one.
I feel like there's so many, but it's hard when you have so many to pick one. I think in Finland, probably landing that double pretzel flip. That was really cool. A really
Under the
cool
lights
vibe.
at night time.
Yeah, that was a really cool one. Most days, like I said to you, Tim, most days with Schmab, sunny days are just, they're just so fun. They all stand out
Shredding
because there's
around.
so many, because you and your friends are just fired up. It's sunny. Power days are super fun with those guys because everyone's just tomahawking everywhere and chucking. and then this summer, I moved to Australia. Yeah, when I was 18, I moved to Australia with my three
Oh my
homies.
god, what was
That
that
whole
like?
summer was a top story. It's first time living alone. It was insane. We just
Wow.
would get goon bags, go hang at the crib, and then go to the mountain the next days and basically snowboard every day. Work 2 days a week housekeeping, and every day was an incredible day.
No way.
What's a goon bag? What
I don't
A
know what
goon
a
bag.
goon bag is.
sounds so old?
The goon bag is a 4-liter bag of wine for 10
Oh
bucks.
yes, okay, good. I'm gonna go
Oh.
get me one of them. That sounds
Oh
amazing.
my god.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's,
I drank a goon bag.
Yeah, you would have definitely seen a goon bag. And that was our days. It was an incredible summer. It was insane.
Oh, that sounds so good. Which bit of Australia? Which resort were you in?
Perisher.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Perisher's the
Nice.
best. Rode there and then
Amazing.
worked in Threadbow, and then basically worked to live that summer. It was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it being really fun. No, I went to Persia and we did like back in the day when I was sponsored by Billabong, we did a Billabong tour in a big coach bus thing, and that's where we
my
went.
God.
But then
That's
it
so
stopped off
sick.
at this pie shop, and I was like, oh yeah, wicked. All right. So we all like got out of this bus and went, because there is those, they're there, isn't there? Like they love a pie out there.
Oh yeah, meat
So
pies are there.
It was in the
bread and
middle of
butter.
nowhere, and we got out, and I was like, oh wow, there was a really fancy car. Don't ask me what it was, I can't remember, but it was posh.
What was it?
And I got out, went into the pie shop, and I was like, oh, I totally know that guy. I'm just going to go and say hi. And my mate who was on the team with me said, no. Don't go over. Don't go over. I was like, why not? That's Russell Crowe. I was like, Russell Crowe's out of Truth. In case you don't know Truth, he's out of Gladiator. What else is he in that he would
I
know?
was in loads of stuff. Russell
Anyway.
Crowe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I
much
was
stuff.
like, oh yeah, that is Russell Crowe. I was like,
That's so good.
That's so cool.
anyway, that's what I zoned out on.
No, it's fine. I love it when you zone out, Jenny. It pulls out that material. I'm here for it.
So yeah, Truth. What's the plan? What's the Olympics? Are you going to try and qualify for the Olympics?
Yeah, for
What's
sure.
the
That's
goal?
definitely a goal of mine.
Of course he is. Come on.
I'd love
Yeah,
to.
man.
Canada's a pretty Avenger-looking team. They got some hogs that are competing right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
and as you've seen, they've had most of the
Hogs.
boys on my team have had a incredible. Sorry, hogs may not be the right word, but
That's brilliant. Love
couple
it.
dogs. We can say a couple dogs
No, Hobbs
They've all
is
had
fine.
some incredible. They had some incredible results so far. Cam 1-2, Frank 1-1, Eli 1-1, Mark got second in the X Games.
Yeah.
And I've been less than 1 point out of the semis and finals the past 2 contests, as you know, Tim. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting in a bit of a tough position.
How many
But-
spots are there, Truth? How many spots are there for your...
For Canada, well, you have
Yeah.
to get the quota spots, but Canada's
Yeah.
looking pretty good at that, so there's 4.
Okay, cool. And
There's
then you
4.
all battle it out for that spot.
And we're all, you're all battling it out. That's the
Ollie
goal.
can have some of them, sorted if you want. He'll have a couple of the boys. You still got links, haven't you, Ollie? Still got links to some of the Canadian cartel over there.
Yeah, I know a few people down the club, National Trust members. They're sorting out.
Oh, mega. And I did say this to you, because actually, for those of you that don't know, I did so lucky to meet Truth out at the Lax Open, and he very kindly stepped in to hold my hand and take me through all of the snowboarding commentary. So me and him did some commentary together, and we immediately hit it off. And at the end, he said, I still want to do more of this. I'd love to do more of it. And he was absolutely brilliant at it, as you can imagine.
You
And I
were
did
so
say to-
good. I really, yeah.
Jenny
Thank
texted
you.
us.
Thank
didn't
you very
Jenny
much.
texted us live. And I did say to him at the time, I said, no, you've still got a snowboard career to do first. Go and do your snowboard career. Commentary will always be here for you afterwards. But, mate, you'll absolutely be fine in commentary when you're ready
Thank
for
you.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Truth, it has been an absolute pleasure. We've had more than enough of your time. Thank you for joining us. What does the rest of the day entail for you? What you doing? What you up to? Have you still got time to go and ride?
I don't
Make
know.
us all-
It's
make us all
1:12
jealous.
where I am. I could maybe go up for a couple laps, but I don't have a vehicle right now.
Oh.
So I gotta go to the gym at 4 o'clock and then hang out with my roommate. That's kind of the
Nice.
plan. I'll probably take a sauna. They have a nice sauna
Yeah.
Oh my
unit
gosh.
complex.
Do you?
Yeah, I can tell you now, you are living the life.
Yes.
So, I mean, just enjoy it on our behalf.
Yes. I love it.
I will. Thank you. Yes.
And as far as competitive snowboarding, will you be back in Europe? Are you coming back for teen?
Yeah, I won't be in teens. I'll be in Calgary next week, and then
Nice.
Absolute Park 2 weeks after, I believe.
I'll see you in Absolute Park.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
there we
I'm going to
go.
be hanging out. I'm going to be coming and shredding. I cannot wait.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
exciting.
I'll see you in Absolute Park, mate. Safe
will
travels. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate the conversation.
Do you want an apparel spritz for the road?
We can double down. We can
Yeah.
double down onto the
Yeah.
road. We might end up at full deuce. Who knows? We'll see.
I think so.
Love it.
See you, Truth. So nice to meet you.
All
Thank you
Thank you
so
guys. You as
much.
well.
Have I said this before about a guest? I'm not sure if I have, but Truth's one of those. Do you have those people in your life that you really want them to like you? So you personally turn into a different person when you're around them because you're trying so hard to make them like you?
Yeah. Is that what
me and Truth.
is that what I'm like to you?
That's what you're like around me.
That's the other way around.
Isn't he the nicest dude?
Oh,
Yeah,
he
really
seems-
nice.
He seemed lovely.
Also, I hate saying this, but he is 20. We're 20 years older than him.
25.
Well, there you go. But
I could be his dad.
and I've said this before with the younger people that we've had on the podcast, but I just don't understand how they're so switched on. I do not understand it. When I was 20, I've said it many times, I honestly was a complete mess. I had zero direction. I had zero thought about what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be, anything like that. And they all just seem so sweet. I mean, it's why they're professional athletes. Surely that's got to be the reason. Well, you switched on, Jenny. You became a professional athlete.
But I wasn't back then when I was 20. I still wasn't. Yeah, but he still sounds like he had it. Like he went. I love that he went to Australia and worked there. Like had
That's
cleaning
cool, yeah.
jobs and all of that. And
Yeah.
they just had the time of their lives as well. But first season away and all that. No, but he did. You're right. He did seem really with it and switched on. I mean, the fact that he's got help from a sports psychologist and he's, only 20, that is...
Well, it's actually, that was another thing I was thinking about, and your experiences as well. Sort of the network, the size of that Canadian team.
Yeah,
like in comparison,
what's on offer.
The logistics behind it, the money behind it. It's just not comparable in this country. We just do not have that for understandable reasons, I guess.
Well, but also different times. I mean, in all fairness, the British team is completely different now to what it was when Jenny won a bronze in a way.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. There's always four people at the top. How many were there? It was you and Hamish and Leslie, wasn't it? Pretty much.
When you say four people,
yeah, there's like Ben and with Mia. There's Ben, Mikey, Alison, physio.
That's a physio, not a coach.
Yeah. No, but still part of the setup.
I think Canada.
Yeah, but
has
is that on a
like
full-time roster? Are they there full-time?
No. They've got she's got the physio like half the time. Yeah, but whereas the Canadians, I think they've got 4 or 5 coaches, just coaches, 6 coaches. Then they've got like they must have like 2 or 3 physios. Then they've got so it is different.
I do think snowboarding is competitive snowboarding. From the difference between, the run up to Sochi and what it is now.
Oh yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, when Jenny was competing, she was kind of almost booking her own flights, kind of thing. Maybe she wasn't actually, but do you know what I mean? Now,
it was.
Yeah, but now I can imagine there's people that take care of that. Competitive snowboarding, it's the Olympics. It's the focus and the drive. That's all it is. You're building up to this huge, massive event. It's the biggest event of the Olympics. It used to be the downhill was the blue ribbon event. Not anymore. It's snowboard big air, snowboard slopestyle. These are the ones that get all the viewers.
But that is why he's so cool, because he actually still gets what it's about.
Yeah.
Other than that,
yeah.
Even
that's
though, like,
snowboarder,
so lovely,
isn't it?
That's what he said, though, didn't he? What did he say? He said, "I am not a competitive snowboarder. I am a snowboarder who competes."
Who competes? He does like the competitions, but he's like, that's not the sort of be all and end all.
I don't think I said that right, but yeah, and just the fact that he's up for having a laugh, isn't he? Where he can.
Yeah, for sure.
What a legend.
Okay, so that was brilliant.
Thanks, Truth. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Truth.
There you have it. I'm going there, guys. If we have had our moment of truth, we didn't bend it. We didn't get the naked truth. The truth is, truth be told, truth is a true legend, and truth will set you free. Ollie and Tim. It's true. The truth of the matter is, truth hurts, but if you stay true to yourself, oh, no, wait a minute. I'm lost now.
Amen.
Oh, my God.
I was on a roll.
You were on a roll. Sadly, that's it for this week. Do make sure you drop any comments, any mountain stories, any chairlift horrors over to us. Our email is theaprepod@gmail.com. We read all of them, don't you, Ollie?
We do, yeah. That went about as badly as I could have hoped. You can also follow us on Instagram, at the Après Pod. This is also a great place to leave us voice notes. You can do that from your winter trips. You just, press the little voice button and go, hey guys, say how about my winter trips for a lovely time.
Oh, hey, how do the people know if they've won the gogs?
Oh, do you know what? The listeners of this podcast will have to find out via Instagram who's won the goggles.
Oh,
there you go. Back at you.
There you go.
I'll message Truth now and find out what his favourite question was.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. And I can't say this more.
Go on.
Leave us a review. We've got some really lovely reviews. Keep leaving us some reviews, please. We really enjoy it.
We'll read out the best ones next week.
Yeah, okay. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
We'll see you next week.
We will do. Yeah, subscribe, like us, find us on YouTube. Oh.
Bye.
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 Desperate. Bye.